Let me up with a bright smile on.
And we're live! Welcome to Team Wade Paris Spotlight. I am your host for today. My name is Alex Wade, or Mr. Wade of Team Wade Paris. And this newest segment of this year, we will talk about different hot topics and we'll have exciting conversations with our guests. No filter, bold and daring interview. And of course, let's not forget to have fun. And to those who have the capability to share this live stream, please do share, like, and don't forget to subscribe. We are also streaming in Team Wade Paris Facebook page and in Team Wade's Paris YouTube channel. Today is a one-on-one interview with none other than Miss Denisse Nicolle Ligpitan, the appointed Miss Supranational Germany this year. And to those who doesn't know her, she's been designated to represent Germany in the next edition of Supranational 2021 competition. And this young lady is a 25-year-old stunner. She's also an international business management student from Hamburg and was born and raised in the Philippines. Ayan. So how are you doing, guys? I'm very excited to really host this opportunity and to meet a special girl. Now we'll get to know more of her here in our live stream. So I would just like to greet the people who's here. Of course, Mel Michael Montajes, my wife, Mrs. Wade, TFC. And the Queen's Camp is also here. Joy Mill, thank you so much, guys, for coming. Christina Kraft, thank you so much. So I am you're very excited to really know who's our guest for today. So without further ado, I'm gonna call in our special guest, Denise Nicolle Ligpitan. Ayan, palakpakan naman natin si Denise.
Hi,
How are you,
everyone.
Denise?
I'm doing very great. It's 11
Ayan,
a.m.
masyado atang malakas ang mga nagsisigawan.
Um, can I just take this opportunity to thank Team Wade Paris for having me and for everyone who's tuning right now? Hello.
Yeah, and thank you so much. I would like to thank you for gracing our live stream. It's such an honor to have like a beautiful person in this live stream. So please greet everyone and who's
Hi.
here. We can read some comments.
Hi, Mrs. Wade. Hi, Mel Montajes. Also, hi to the Queen's Camp. That's my camp. Hello, everyone. Ate Christina Kraft. Hello. And of course, Kuya David. Hello po.
And yes, there are many people, 20 people watching in Facebook and in YouTube. We have people in Facebook like, ayan, Ivy is there. Adjel is there. Bonjour. Yeah, kamusta kayo? And how are you guys? Are you excited or are you nervous? How are you?
I would be lying if I would say I'm not nervous, but I'm more excited too.
Okay, we're also excited, but just a little brief introduction about yourself. Can you just tell something about yourself? Who is Denise Nicolle? Para naman sa mga viewers natin, so that people can get to know you.
So hi everyone, I am Denisse Nicolle. As mentioned earlier, I am 25 years old and I'm studying international business management. I'm actually in my final year. So at the end of this year, I will get my first bachelor's degree and I'm really looking forward to that. What I would like to share about me is that I am both delicate and strong. So I think these two values could go together, and that's me. I'm delicate and yet strong.
Yes. There you go, guys. That's our Miss Supranational Germany 2021. Very nice answer. We're just getting started, guys. Okay, so patikim pa lang yan para sa inyo. And we prepared some questions for you, first to get to know more of you, and so that people can also know who's Denise Nicolle. Let's just read some of the comments because I see some comments here coming from Miss Supranational Germany. Love and support to all the viewers of Team Wade Paris. Thank you so much, guys. And Joy Meal is also here, so thank you. So, are you ready for our question? part. We have two parts of this interview. So breathe, breathe. I'm not gonna eat you. It's gonna be smooth. Feel comfortable as much as possible. There you go. So it's time to introduce yourself, Denise. And if you're in a live pageant now, competition, how would you do it? Can you show us how would you introduce yourself as if you're in the live competition?
I have to fix my hair first. So,
Sure.
hi everyone, it's Denisse Nicolle Ligpitan, your Miss Supranational Germany.
Wow. Very, very sophisticated, very classic. Ganda ng
Thank you.
pagkakasabi. Very simple, but very, very nice. And of course, Denise, I know that you are so busy right now, and we would like to know how are you preparing for this competition? So, what are your preparations, and how do you prepare for this upcoming competition?
So I really have to balance everything since I'm on my final year. I really
Yes.
have so much work from the university. But at the same time, we're still doing preparation like pasarela training, hair and makeup,
Wow.
personal development training as well. And as of now, we're still doing it virtually because of the pandemic as well.
Yeah, I understand.
So there's really time management is really crucial for us right now. I'm still giving my best and I'm just enjoying it. I love the challenge. And
Who
yeah,
doesn't? Who doesn't love the challenge this day, diba? Everything is on virtual, online, unlike before that we meet people face to face. It's really a challenge. And
exactly.
yeah, how does your family support you in this?
They are very supportive of me. Like ever since I've started with this hobby, they have been there. They got my back. So of course they are doing that in various ways, like financially, but most importantly, what I'm most thankful for is how they support me emotionally because they're really like my stable emotional support. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Do you think it's really important to have like an emotional support coming from your family joining this competition?
Yes, I mean, not everyone is familiar that it requires rigorous training. And sometimes you can feel drained because you have to juggle a lot of things beside this hobby. So it's really nice and comforting to have your family supporting you. And the thing is, I feel very lucky because it's not only my parents who's doing that, but also my team, my
Yeah,
friends, and of course, this everyone who's supporting me. So thank you very much to everyone.
that's very nice. I know it's really exhausting with all the trainings and all. You said it's really vigorous. And I just want to know what are your motivations and inspiration in pursuing this?
My motivation. I like the idea of success. Of course, success is something like our definition of success will always change over time, and I like it because you will actually get like you will have to transform these challenges into opportunities, like opportunities of growth. And what inspires me is, of course, the idea of happiness, fulfillment, and the idea that I'm becoming a better version of myself compared to yesterday. I
Wow.
love that.
Wow. So I hope you guys are learning something as well from our audiences. We have 23 people who's watching. I hope that you can guys some pick up some lessons as well coming from Denise. But I would like to know because I just heard that you have this idea of happiness. So it's just a quick question
Sure.
from me. So what is your idea of happiness?
Idea of happiness is that no matter what is thrown at you right now, you still feel fulfilled. That it's not something that is like for a short time. It must be deep inside you. So, yeah, that's the idea of happiness because it shouldn't be something temporary, something that you don't feel just for a particular time. So that means really accepting yourself, accepting your situation, and working towards your goals.
Thank you, thank you. And I was just wondering, is this something that you always dream of, and why?
Yes. I mean, had been I had I had experienced some dark times. So I really value happiness a lot. And I really try to conserve my energy into getting and only providing positive energy to everyone so that I could contribute to their happiness, because people are not so kind anymore nowadays. Sometimes we bicker on each other and we are not even aware of this sometimes. So that's what I try to do. I try to be kind. I give them happiness for the happiness that they're giving me too.
Yeah, that's really right. It's really important right now. It's to be kind to one another. I mean, with this situation right now, what would happen to the world? I think it's really an important thing for us to be kind to other people because we don't really know what's the other people is going through. Um,
Exactly. Everyone has their own baggage, and we don't know about that. So imagine just being kind to one person. It might brighten up their day. And
yeah,
putting a smile on someone's face, it gives you some kind of fulfillment too. Because, hey,
exactly,
you impacted someone positively.
exactly. It has a big effect. We will never know of what will be the effect of those, like a little smile, a little hi, how are you, so on and
Yeah.
so forth. I know that you're pressured right now, and with all the challenges and the changes that's happening in the world, in your life. So, how do you handle pressure
Differently. So it
differently?
depends. Of course, sometimes I handle it very well. That I embrace the challenges, I embrace the pressure. For example, when writing like my papers for the university, I
Yes.
embrace the pressure because I have to meet the deadline, of course.
Yeah.
Like pressure coming from other people, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
I try to handle it in a way that I get their criticism, for example, on me, and I try to look at their perspective and to know where they're coming from so that I could also improve myself. Maybe they're right. Maybe there's something really to improve on myself. So it depends on the energy that you're getting to for me.
Yeah. And if you're going to advise people, for example, here in the audiences, I know a lot of people are watching, they're feeling some kind of pressure. How are you going to advise them to really handle well pressure? If you are doing well under pressure.
Oh, so what I would like to tell anyone who's under pressure right now is to breathe. Acknowledge all the things that you have in life, all the good things, the privileges you have, and everyone that's around you that is your support system. Always take a breath, like a deep breath, because I know you would have to internalize everything, but at the same time, you should also be doing it in a way that you're acknowledging everything that you've done to reach this certain point. Like, acknowledge your own triumphs. May it be small, may it be huge. It's okay. Pressure is what makes you strong.
Wow, I love that. I love that line. I hope you guys like it. Kumuha na kayo ng mga tagline niyo at hugot dito, guys. Kasi pressure makes you strong. Diba? And this is like some kind of a no, Filipinos love like the tagline and quotes. I don't know
Nice.
what to say. I know people here are gonna get it and gonna post it on Facebook. But a brief comment. Well, let's just read the comments. We have one Yambao there.
Super.
Super One. Mega Mega Love shout out. Thanks, Team Wade. Of course, Reeks TV is here. Team Wade Paris, Mrs. Wade. Kamusta? I miss you guys. And Mary Chris and Highness is also watching on Facebook. So thank you so much, guys. Okay, going back, Nicole. I'm gonna call you Nicole.
Yes. I
Denise.
actually prefer Nicole more than Denise.
Oh,
So,
really?
and
I
I
don't
didn't.
know. I don't know why. I don't know why, Nicole. Every time I'm reading your name, I always see Nicole. Mm,
Wow.
I I don't know. There's something about your name. It's Nicole.
Thanks.
It's nice. It's good to my ear.
I actually, whenever I'm like in the university, I never introduce myself as Denise.
Oh, really?
I'm
It's
like,
really
hi,
your
Nicole.
your second name.
Yeah.
Just like me, I don't really use my first name. It's
Oh.
always the second name and then the nickname Alex because the second name is Alexis. I don't
So
know,
it's
something like that.
Alex Alexis?
Yes, it's Alexis.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, I don't really tell people what's my first name. They might just laugh at me and all. But some people
No.
they know my first name. I just use it at work. Something like this.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They never knew me as Alex at work. So they're calling me a different name. So whenever they hear that, Alex. Who's Alex? It's actually me. And Alex Wade is like a pseudonym. So if ever they're looking at Facebook, they see my Facebook page. There's who's
Alex.
Alex Wade? It's awesome. Me. All right, we have some questions. A question coming from Joe RPG. If you um don't know yet, who's Joe RPG? RPG is one of our audiences and one of Team with Paris' friend who's always here to question our guest. So we have a live question. Question: March 8th is International Women's Day, though there are still ways to go. What are the defining moments for you in the last few years that push women's contribution to be recognized?
Let me just read through it again. So,
Sure, no
what's in
problem.
the
Thank you so
poll?
much, Joe RPG.
What are the defining moments for you in the last few years that push women's
Yeah.
contributions to be
I'm
recognized?
so lucky I'm not the one who's being interviewed. If I were you, oh my gosh, I just don't know what to say anymore.
So I would love to answer this honestly. So normally Denise Nicole she used to be a very shy person. I wouldn't really talk with you unless we're like face to face and for alone together. But ever since I tried working on myself, I became out. And that's when I started to learn more about other people, meet empowered women. So I think the thing that has impacted me or the defining moment in the last few years that pushed women contribution to be recognized is just listening. And technically we can also use our social media is also being used to recognize different kind of victories of women, may it be their own battles or also contributing to the world. So, yes, that's it for me.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you so much. Whew,
Thank you
such
for the question, by the way.
such a nice question, Joe RPG, the one and only Joe RPG. Thank you so much. And I have to greet Gian Fixer. Hello, Team Wade. Hello, and thank you so much. Berutski Vlogs is also here. Mega love shout out. Wow, I miss saying it. Mega love shout out. Can you also say that? This is how you greet on YouTube and on and Facebook, how you greet when you do live streaming. Mega love shout out.
Mega love shout out to everyone who's watching right now, especially to Joe RPG, Miss Gian Fiximer, and of course, Mrs. Wade. Hello. Big shout out to you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I hope I'm doing it correctly.
Yeah, you are doing it correctly with grace. We would love to do that. We should change it, guys. That mega love shout out. Some people do that. We're going to change it. Mega love shout out.
Oh.
It's very sexy. Whenever you
Oh.
say it, it's sexy. So let's go back. I have few more questions in our first part.
Okay.
So, are you scared?
Right now?
Yes. Are you scared?
Oh. Right now, I'm not. Luckily, I'm not.
Oh, with what's happening and what you're going through, are you scared?
So with the pandemic, I'm kind of, I would say, careful. I like to follow the regulations that is being implemented right now because it is not just about being scared for me or being careful for me, but also being careful for others. Because as we all know that if we're not taking care, if we're not following the guidelines, this could really result to like a domino effect. And we know that like graphs, the number of cases has proven that.
Yeah.
So we really have to be careful and mindful of others, not just our own. I know that it takes some sacrifice to get used to it. I mean, luckily it's already March, it's been a year. We've kind of adapted to it. But at the same time, I know we should still be careful.
Yes.
And yeah,
Is this what makes you really scared in your life?
not
Oh,
really.
so
Um,
if I may ask, what makes you really scared?
heights.
Right, you're
With
afraid of
the
heights.
heights.
So you never done anything related to like heights.
Partly, I tried to actually work on it in a sense that I'm afraid of heights. I never would like ride roller coasters, for example,
But you
but
should. It's really fun.
I, but I do. That's the weird thing. Like I'm afraid, and I was thinking like maybe because I'll be just there for like 1 minute or one and a half, it would be okay. And technically, can I just tell you a story? One
Yeah,
time
sure.
in a field trip, and so I was with my group, and then there was
Yeah.
this other girl, and she was kind of alone because her friends didn't come to this field trip, and she wanted to ride a specific ride, which was like Kraken. It's like octopus, and it's like 90 degrees drop. Nobody wanted to go with her. And I was like, I can't leave her alone. She won't have much fun. And even though I was like really scared, I was really scared. Like, I wanted to back out, but I was like, no, you decided that you'll go with her. You wanted to give her company. You want her to have a good time. I did. And honestly, I liked it too. Like afterwards, not during the ride.
At least you had fun. Of course,
Yes,
you have to conquer your fear. Everyone should at least try to conquer their fears, because if we are going to live in our fears, I mean, you think growth will be there for us.
exactly. I totally agree with you. Step out of the comfort zone.
Exactly. I'm like, let it shine, let it shine, let it
I
shine.
know. But you mentioned you like roller coasters, so you love the
Yeah,
adrenaline.
I love the adrenaline rush. I kind of feel what you felt. Like,
Mhm.
you don't want to, because you know in yourself you're afraid, but you don't want to miss a part of your life that it's already offering you. So maybe give it just a try.
Yes, and oh, also love something that I've read, and it says like being brave is not being not afraid. It's actually conquering this fear and
Exactly.
choosing to do so, like
Exactly.
what is asked.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Want to greet April Los Medina, mega mega love shout out. Hello everyone. There you go. And I have, how do you read her name? Lifde
Amber
Amber.
from the
She's
Netherlands.
beautiful. Watching from Netherlands. Thank you so much, guys. And I have another question.
Sure. Question.
With the Me Too movement, more women who were victims of sexual assaults have more courage to speak their truth. If it's you or someone you know, what would you do in this situation like this?
First of all, I support the Me Too movement. Many of us have stories to tell, and once we want to share that, once we find the courage to share it, it has to also be heard. I know so many people who who have experienced sexual assaults, and what I try to do is listen to them. I mean, it's it's not about telling them what they want to hear. It's about giving them the support they need, and it's just
Yeah,
like listening to them and telling them what they could do, in a sense that maybe you could tell them to seek like a professional help so that they can really work on the things if it has given them especially trauma, because that's
yes,
something hard to live with. I mean, some people, some of like these ladies, I mean, also happens with men, but they live in fear because of it, and it has really a huge impact on their life.
yeah,
And if there's something we can do, we ask and we do that. We should be supportive of one another and be helpful as much as possible.
yeah. Thank
Um,
you.
oh,
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joe RPG, for that question. And thank you, Nicole, for answering it. I
thank
have
you.
Denise there. Denise is so gorgeous, coming from Jan Jack Pinochi.
Oh, hi, JJ.
Thank you so much for coming and for watching our live stream. Nicole, how do you feel representing a different country as a Filipino?
I feel proud. I have never denied that I was born and raised in the Philippines. In most of my introductions, I say that because that's really inside me. But at the same time, I have lived here in Germany for about 9 years now. And it has also shaped me. Like both countries have shaped me in their own ways.
Yes.
I feel confident and I feel very humbled too that I'm representing diversity here in Germany because as like many people know, I'm part of the minority. And to
Yeah.
have their support that I'm being the face of Germany, for example, in my previous stint in Miss Asia Pacific and now in Miss Supranational, that
Yeah.
they're very supportive of me. I feel very proud and also like humbled because they're embracing the diversity. It's not just about, let's say, celebrating stereotype. It's breaking it. It's
Yeah.
overcoming the stereotypes and show
Exactly.
a different side. Yes.
We are proud of you. We are really proud of you. And lastly, before our first part ends, what is your advocacies?
So I am advocating. So technically, I call it a project. So what I do is actually supporting Hydro Warriors. It's a charity group that my mom has actually created to help children with hydrocephalus. So these are like babies or toddlers with excessive brain fluid that
Yeah.
makes their head bigger. So we try to assist them, of course, financially and emotionally. And like by this simple action, by like giving some donations, whatever like is comfortable for you and whatever you can give to share,
Yes.
it already like impacts them positively. Like you're helping them so much already. So that's what I'm supporting right now. Before that, I was supporting a different charity, but now this is what is near to my heart. Them.
It's very kind of you. We are also supporting some like charity works, but it's kind of different. But we support anyone whose goal is to help other people. And I have just some few videos here that would like to greet you. So, guys, please
Oh,
watch this.
Ako po si Russell Quijano. Siya po si Juban Quijano. 15 years old na po siya. Ito po dating na May 12. Siya po ay na-diagnose ng hydrocephalus with meningosil. After 8 months po ng panganak ko sa kanya, na-diagnose din po siya ng kidney failure. Siya po ay mabait na bata, although hindi po siya nakakatayo, nakakaupo. Alam ko po, kahit sa paghiga po niya, talaga po masaya po siya. Gusto niya po manonood ng TV, lalo na po ang basketball. Masaya po siya lagi pag nakakanood ng basketball. Siya po, pagigising po siya po yung batang kakapain agad ako. Yung nasa tabi niya po ako. Hinaharap niya po agad ako para po magpatimpla ng dede. Sa tulong po ng the Supranational Germany organization, maraming salamat po sa pagtuon niyo po sa amin. Lalo na po si Ma'am Denisse Nicolle Ligpitan Shilling, sa pamamagitan po ng kanyang nanay, na si Ate Venus Shilling. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyo. Maraming po salamat. We support you po, Ma'am Denise. Nasa inyo po ang aming suporta. Maraming salamat po. Go, Ma'am Denise. Go po, Ma'am Denise. Salamat po. Baby? Baby. Thank you sa kay Ma'am Denise.
There you go. What can you say about it?
I'm very touched kasi I mean, right now I'm not having like a close contact with everyone because of
Yeah.
everything that I have to juggle. Pero always I try through my mom like send them messages to that I'm there. And yeah, na-touch ako kasi yeah, people showing me support talagang na-overwhelm ako at times, but I'm very appreciative of it. It means so much to me that people are like believing in you and supporting you. And yun nga, that's also a reason why I try to help in my own ways. It might be little,
So,
but it can really help like
make
in
a
the
big
bigger.
difference.
Exactly.
We
'Cause
exactly know what you feel.
people are helping me too. And that's what I always say. Like try to acknowledge everything that you have and try to give back as much as you can too.
Exactly. The more you give, the more that you'll be blessed. Dapat
Yes.
nagbibigay tayo ng bukal sa puso. Hindi lang yung puro tayo tanggap ng tanggap. We also should learn how to really do some small acts. Small act of kindness will make big difference in
Yes.
others' lives. I still have one video, so please watch this.
Hello po, magandang araw. Ako po si Shailene Dimas at ito po ang aking anak na si Athena Sky Arevalo. Siya po ay 6 na buwang taong gulang. Maraming salamat po pala sa pansin at tinutuon ng Supranational Germany Organization sa amin sa tulong ni Ate Denisse Nicolle at ng kanyang inang si Ate Denise. Maraming salamat po. And we support you, Ate Denise Nicole. Sana po ay patuloy kayo sa pagtulong sa amin, katulad na sa aking baby warrior na si Athena Sky. God bless po, ate. We love you.
They're very touching.
And I hope, like with this, to every viewer that we have right now, yeah, I wanted to say that if you are willing to support the charity of our Hide Your Warriors, you will find us on Facebook. And yeah, thank you. Not that
Yes,
I'm lost. I'm lost for words right now. I'm
I
sorry.
understand. I understand. We're just so happy na we had the chance to get their videos and to say something. And of course, we're so happy na alam mo yun, yung mga tao natutulungan in a very small way kasi nga it's um really have a big impact to them. Para kunyari sa atin maliit lang pero to them napakalaking bagay na. And
Exactly.
one last question from our audience before we proceed, of course, to our second part. Coming from Amber, as a mother of 18 years old, pure Filipina, and I bring her here in Netherlands when she was 15. What adjustment did you do to adopt the German culture? Did you find it hard?
It was challenging. I mean, we could say it was hard at the beginning too, because when I came here too, I didn't speak any German at all. So that's the first barrier I had to break, the language barrier. And to do that, I studied German for 2 years intensively. And that's what I would like to tell like anyone who's new here. Like learn the language, practice it, and go out. Like go out of your comfort zone. Right now, I mean, not right now, but like at this age, it's just easy to be always on social media,
Yes.
writing, chatting with like older friends from the place where we were comfortable at. But now that you're in a new country, explore because there's so many beautiful things to see outside. You really have to be able to get acquainted with the culture, to be able to have hints of it and learn more about it over time. And eventually you will find friends because the more you're outside, the more you're kind of exposed to everyone. And you're also exposed to learning more about yourself. Maybe you were so much in your comfort zone that
You
you
don't want
really
to.
didn't grow anymore in you. Yeah.
I think your answer is for me. I've been here in Paris for like 8 years. Though I know some of the language, it's really difficult for me to um, get acquainted because I don't really speak fluent French.
Mhm.
And my friends are like telling me, you should really learn how to speak the language in order for you to go out your comfort zone so that you can shine brightly
Mhm.
or get a better career, better jobs because the language is really important. So I support you to that answer and I will apply that to myself.
I have to apply it to myself too, but I really have to also talk about this part that it's okay not to be fluent in a specific language. It's a matter of trying and a matter of practice. Over time, you will improve as long as you're trying to harness the language. And the thing is, although you're not fluent yet, don't be afraid to speak the language. The more you shy away, the less you practice you actually do. So it's okay to make mistakes. People make it all the
All the
time.
time.
So it's okay. And you'll eventually learn from your mistakes. Like, not for you personally, but like to anyone who's like not confident yet speaking a different language. You can do it. Believe in yourself.
I will. I will. Thank you so much. And I would just like to greet Rachel Asma. She's telling something. Kamukha niya si Nadine Lustre. Yeah,
Wow.
very beautiful. They're thinking of some other names na parang may kamukha ka daw. Yeah, masyado silang na-starstruck sa'yo dito. David Johnson Mendoza, mas kamukha ko siya ang sabi niya.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming. And I have this special person who's I'm gonna call para naman to just greet you. I would just like to bring the national director and I know your friend. Let's welcome guys. Nestor de la Cruz. Hi Nestor, how are you doing?
Hi, Alex. Mega, mega love shout out to all the Team Wade Paris viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Denise. How are you, Denise? Doing well?
Yes. How are you, Nestor?
I'm doing well. Medyo nininervyos. I'm a bit nervous. Ganito pala pakiramdam pag ikaw ang nasa hot seat, no?
Huwag kang nervyusin. Ako din kanina pa ako ninenervyos, hindi ko alam kung bakit.
Hmm.
So, sa mga hindi nakakaalam dito, sino nga ba si Nestor? So, ipapakilala na natin si Nestor. Guys, please welcome Nestor de la Cruz.
Yeah, so I'm Nestor de la Cruz. I'm the founder of the Queen's Camp, and I'm the current Miss Supranational Germany director, so national director. So I'm responsible for scouting and staging the Miss Supranational Germany edition here in Germany. So si Denise ang isa sa mga first model namin, and in fact, isa siya sa mga na-discover ko personally when I was in Hamburg. And that's when it all started, when I saw her in this volleyball game. But she looked so different when I saw her there for the first time. But then I said to myself, like, okay, I'll approach that young woman and ask her, why don't you join beauty contest? And that's all. That's how it started, and that's how it started
see.
my career as well.
How tall are you, Denise? You're a volleyball player? Are you
I,
a volleyball
I used
player?
to be in like school varsities.
Where are we?
I played in
Spiker?
Oh.
I saw the pictures and you're really tall. Let me
You
just show some pictures. Guys, this is Denise during uh their
Oh,
Miss Asia Pacific International 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
I'm
So she won best national costume. So you're really tall. I love the costume.
I'm 167 centimeters tall. Thank you very much.
Yeah. What's that in feet? 5'9", something like that?
I 5'6" as
Five.
far as
Wow, she's
I'm
really tall. So Nestor, you approached her and your career started. So how was it working with Nicole?
Oh yeah. Working with Denise. In fact, I don't want to say I'm working with Denise. I'd rather say I'm having fun with Denise because Denise is someone so easy to work with. We're a team of five, and pag nakilala nyo kasi si Denise, Denise is a very sincere person. What you see is what you get. Yeah, and one thing I like about this young woman is that she's goal oriented. So I was surprised about the story you've mentioned before, Denise, about this octopus ride. And I had similar experience with Denise. That was, I think, was that in September or October last year?
Yeah.
We decided to had a coffee and we had this cable car ride.
yes.
So at the beginning, it was all okay. And then somewhere in the middle of the ride, she was like starting to feel uncomfortable. And I asked her, Denise, are you okay? And she was like, I'm okay, a bit. What's wrong? Afraid of heights. So I was like, why didn't you tell me from the beginning that you were afraid of heights? One thing I like about this girl is she is so goal oriented. She knows that joining beauty contest is not a joke. Many people, especially in Europe, in Germany, they think that joining beauty contest is just walking in high heels, wearing nice dresses,
Yes.
nice makeup, big hair. That's it.
Beautiful gowns.
Yeah, beautiful gown, but this is not what we see. This is beauty contest is more of a personality contest as well. It tests your personality, and Denise knows from the beginning that joining beauty contest as big as Miss Supranational takes a lot of determination. She knows what she wants and she is working for it. So now going back to this cable car story, so we were somewhere in the middle of the cable car ride and she told me I'm afraid of heights. So sabi ko, oh my God, kung jeepney lang to sa Pilipinas, kung pwede lang magpara, di ba?
Para na.
Bababa
Exactly.
kami. But it was like, okay, Denise, I think the next stop would be like 200 meters and we could leave the cable car if you want. And she said like, no, Nestor, this is for the crown. This is for the Miss Supranational Germany, Miss Supranational Journey. And I was like, wow, this girl is tough. She has, she acknowledges her weaknesses, but she is trying to combat it. She is trying to work on it. And not every girl you can find is Denise. So we're very lucky to see her, to get to know her, and to crown her, appoint her as Miss Supranational Germany.
Wow. I remember what she said earlier. Like being brave, is the capability for you to conquer your own fears.
Exactly. That's our Denise. Denisse Nicolle.
Yeah.
And I know this is one of the reasons that why you appoint Denise and as a supranational Miss Supranational Germany. But aside from that part, what do you think are the really big factors aside from being goal oriented that make you appoint Denise as Miss Supranational Germany?
Okay, maybe I'll approach your question in a different way. Denise is not a diva. Okay.
Marami ba diba?
I've seen few girls in my short history as a national director. Some girls are beautiful, some are nice, but the moment they don't get what they want, they show their different faces. And Denise, of course, Denise doesn't get everything what she wants, but Denise remains diplomatic, humble, okay? And if she sees something that doesn't fit into her imagination or idea, she would talk to me in a very diplomatic and nice way. Nestor, do you think we can do it like this? Do you think we can do it like that? And that is what is so nice about this girl. Some girls would just behave differently, but Denise is just so consistent. From the very beginning, I've seen her, and up to now, that's Denise I've known from day zero. So yeah, that's why we chose Denise.
Yeah. At least now we know, guys. We have Nestor de la Cruz here, a national director of Miss Supranational Germany. And of course, before you leave, any message that you want to give Denise?
Okay, Denise, first of all, thank you so much for accepting the challenge. Being a beauty queen is not a joke, and I know it is a big responsibility. You will encounter a lot of support and unfortunately a lot of people who may try to put you down, but do not forget, Denise, your inner values, your core values. Why do we enter this competition? It's because we want to prove ourselves. We want to overcome the stereotypes and crown the Miss Supranational Germany. The Miss Supranational crown is a bonus, but it's not about the crown. It's about winning the experience. It's about the journey itself. So yes, that's all for you, my dear Denise.
Thank you so much for your time, Nestor.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Appreciate it. So guys, wag po kayong mawawala. We'll be back after this short break and we'll have more exciting questions for our Miss Supranational Germany. So we'll be back in a minute. back. Thank you so much for still tuning in to Team Wade Paris Spotlight, our newest segment this year. Of course, I'm with none other than our special guest, Denisse Nicolle Ligpitan. Let's call her our Miss Supranational Germany 2021. And to those who are just new here, we invite you to, of course, like and share this live stream before we proceed to our second part of our question and answer portion. So, Nicole, how are you? Were
I'm
you able to drink water,
I,
breathe, relax a little bit?
a sip of water, a sip of coffee, and yes, a lot of breathings.
A lot of breathings. Me too. I did a lot of breathings. I don't know why I'm the one who's nervous, but I'm the one who's hosting this show.
But I
So
have to, I really can't tell that you're nervous at all. You seem so
really,
natural. Yeah,
my
really.
my feet are like doing like this underneath. So
No.
all right, I would just like to thank Nestor again, the Queen's Camp. It's really nice and special message, and of course the people from um, the charity that you're helping. So let's proceed to the second part questions. Are you ready?
Okay. Can I just also take some moment, like, to thank my national
Sure.
director, Nestor,
Go ahead.
for the very heartfelt messages. I mean, I know the campaign you have believed in me since the beginning, and I really thank you for all the support. Thank you for this opportunity that we can all grow together. And yes, I love you all, guys. Salamat.
Yeah, thank you so much. And of course, we would like to thank the people who's still watching. Thank you so much, guys. I have my Sukriker. This is an awesome talk, Wade Paris. Thank you so much, Tina Chumbinko Silos, Teriselin Roma, Glenda Bandino. Thank you, guys, for still tuning in. And I would like to thank Miss Vilma Wenceslao for your generosity. And because of that, I would just like to greet you. Thank you so much for the generosity of our super chatter, Miss Vilma Wenceslao. Wow, ang ganda. Wow, ang ganda. Ang sabi nila dito sa ating comments.
Salamat po.
Starstruck sila. Kahit ako hanggang ngayon na starstruck pa rin ako. But just to remove all of those nervous feeling, I'm gonna proceed with my questions in our second part. Okay. The COVID-19 global pandemic has caused the world to come to a halt. If you were the leader of the world, how would you handle such an event?
So the pandemic was due to a virus. So if I were the leader, or if I were a leader of any country, I would have really worked with specialists from the science field. And as soon as we discover, for example, that it is spread by close contact, coughing, sneezing, I would also have implemented so many measures to kind of give it less of a power to spread all over my country. So yes, I would have gone for a lockdown. But I would also have communicated that very early, and not in a way that people are shocked and that they became afraid. So it has to be informative, as most of our countries have done. And yes, I would have always prioritized my countrymen, and I would have made them understand that it's not really just for you, it's also for the whole world, technically. Because as
Yeah.
you know, right now, the virus is mutating. And we already have so many different strains. So technically, it's also nice that as a leader, I would not just only look after my country, but also look at how this is developing in a bigger scale, like worldwide. We
Yes.
have to acknowledge that.
Yeah. And I think this is really, I mean, there's no perfect procedures or steps to do. Every leader in this world, they're really facing different tasks
Exactly.
now. There's no right or wrong answer, but the goal is to keep us safe.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
of course, every country has like different kind of resources. So that's something we have to consider too when they're making their decisions. So as long as every leader is making the best decision that they could, we should follow.
Thank you so much, Denise. And do you believe that there are other beings somewhere in the universe aside from humans, and why?
I'm not sure. There was a
You're not
time when I
sure.
was like, a friend of mine was very into this topic, like aliens, for example, and
Yeah,
was showing me footages, and I was like, okay, since there are no facts, I can't say that they don't exist, but I also cannot say right now that they do. So like, I don't know. So I don't know how to answer this. Maybe,
maybe. Yeah,
maybe.
we have different opinions. Well,
Do
some
you
people are
believe?
like, they have videos. I don't know. I don't know what to say as well. But sometimes I just want to believe. Maybe there is, or maybe I'm just a fanatic of sci-fi.
Mhm.
So, well, thank you for giving us your opinion. And Denise, I know nobody's perfect,
Mhm.
but nowadays our society's standards are so high for young people to be perfect. In your opinion, what are the factors causing this and why?
Social media, unfortunately. I mean,
So,
the origin of social media is to connect us for because we are in need of this social interaction. But we also have to acknowledge this negative side of it because of social media, it's kind of a place where only perfection is now celebrated. Like you have to be perfect so that you'll be accepted in this cyber world.
that's right.
So in a way, we are trying to combat that we're posting, for example, pictures of ourselves, selfies of ourselves without filter, without makeup, just like remind, hey, it's not really what it seems only from my feed, but this is also a part of my reality. So I think that's something that we should do more often. Like it's okay to share about like the ugly side. I mean, it's not even ugly. It's a part of you and everything about you is beautiful.
Yeah.
um, did I answer the whole?
Yeah, I know, I understand.
And
But
yes.
there shouldn't be like a filter when you post something. Like, everything's out on social media. Yeah, there's I learn now how to control sharing everything in social media. I understand that the main goal of social media is to connect um people, but right now there is like a huge competition of everyone posting different videos or different photos, even in like TikTok.
Yes,
So
I don't
I know
have
it's
it.
for fun, but some people they're doing it now just like competition because other people are doing this and they're gaining more followers and subscribers are doing this. So they're thinking of something else to be like famous. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Say something about that. I mean, it's really important for us to tell younger, like the younger generation, people who are like in the cyber world very often that you have to love yourself and really stop comparing what you always see on your cell phone. It's
exactly.
just a part of reality, and you really do not know what's behind, like what's happening behind this picture, this beautiful video. It's just like some seconds of their life. So don't feel bad about yourself. Recognize your victories, even if they're small, and take care of your mental health. Only do what's not toxic for you.
Exactly. Thank you. Talking about social media, some people are asking now, where can they follow you in your social media account, Miss Supranational Germany?
So thank you. You can follow me on Instagram, and it's like at my name Denisse.Nicolle. That is my username on IG. Thank
And
you very much. And also, if you want to follow my camp, it's at the Queen's Camp. You will find it there too. Thank you, guys.
yes, Mrs. Wade will just drop the link or drop the the name here in the comment section. Mrs. Wade, our moderator, could you just please drop the social media accounts of Miss Denise Nicolle?
Thank you very much, Miss Wade.
Thank you. Sure. What is the funniest thing that happened to you recently?
Recently,
Yeah.
how recent are we talking? Oh,
Maybe yesterday or the other day. Just recently. The one that you can just remember.
okay. I mean, I've been only busy with my papers the last few days, but one time I went out. So I went to my parents, I visited them, and my mom made this lumpiang sariwa.
Wow,
So yes, pero walang wrapper, without the wrapper. And we actually have this friend who lives nearby who loves the same dish. So mahilig talaga siya dun sa lumpiang sariwa. So what we decided before my stepdad dropped me at my place, we kind of dropped by to give him like a portion. And then because we don't want to give anyone this kind of notion that we're like meeting in someone's place, and technically that would be like three households, and that's technically not allowed.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just drop it off and then run back to the car very fast. That's what I did. But what happened was I ended up trying to open a different car, and I was like, why are there no lights? Why is it not opening? Like, why can't I like get in the car? And apparently that was like a different car. That was just like a park car, and my stepdad was there. Kind of weird and kind of funny. We ended up laughing at myself, so it's okay.
I understand.
Oh,
And aside from lumpiang sariwa, I just thought of it. Anong paboritong pagkain ni Denise? Filipino food.
breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or dessert?
Umpisa natin. Let's start with breakfast.
Tocino with taho, please.
Wow. Taho.
Yeah, I love taho. Do you like taho?
I love taho. I do and make taho at home.
Wow, pwedeng pahingi po ng recipe.
Sure, no problema. We bought it sa Korean grocery. Yung tofu nila na mousse talaga.
Oh,
So we
wow.
just do that, and then we just do yung ano niya, yung anibal. What's that? Yung caramel niya.
Caramel syrup, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sarap.
God.
For
Tapos-
lunch, what's your favorite?
Oh. Is it winter or is it summer?
Sige,
Okay.
winter and summer. We're just curious to know.
My comfort food would be adobo. Adobo never goes wrong. Like
Adobong baboy, manok, any kind of adobo.
any kind of adobo. Any kind of adobo. Pero most of the time I do baboy.
Okay. With taba.
Opo.
Wow.
Yung medyo nagmamantika.
Ayun.
Yung
Sarap.
I love tapos steak. So, I also love caldereta. I love
Caldereta.
caldereta.
Baka, baboy, kambing.
Baka po.
Baka. Oh, guys, you know now what's Nicole's favorite. So, sa mga sa mga friends niyan dyan, you know how to make Denise happy. Just prepare something. Diba? Pag may food talaga, everyone's happy.
That's when we gather as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Busog ka na, masaya ka pa.
Exactly. Nagugutom tuloy ako dahil pag-usapan ng pagkain. But going back to our topic and to our questions, if the competition will require you for you to show the most unusual talent, what would that be?
I don't know if it's considered as a talent, but I mean, everyone who's like close to me know that I love singing. But sometimes I sing consciously out of tune so that they would laugh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And it really brings smiles in their faces. So I keep on doing that when they least expect it. That's what I would show. Just to make everybody laugh, like maybe feel weird at first, but they're, oh, she's having fun, we're having fun.
Are you willing to show? For example,
no.
this is a competition. We're live. Okay, I'm the host. If you were to show your unusual talent, are you willing to show that consciously singing out of tune?
Like
Would
right
you
now?
like- Yeah. Would you do that?
For fun, sure.
Yeah,
Let's
for
do
fun.
it. Give me a song. I can't
What's
think
your
of
favorite song?
what anything from Sam Smith's first album.
Stay with me.
Oh god, that's difficult. Like
Um,
the unusual talent, right?
Yeah, unusual talent.
I have to sing it in my head first.
Okay, sure.
Can you sing with me a bit?
Won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need.
Okay, I have to be honest. I can't sing that song, like particularly that song on a off tone. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I feel like on the
A
spot.
different song would do.
Song. I think I would also act like this at the beginning, but like, oh, I can't think of any song. Why is it happening?
It's okay. It's okay. But it
I'll do it next time.
sure, no worries.
I'm
But I
so
think it
sorry.
is the sense of humor that you're able to bring to people, and making people laugh is such um a, like a special talent. Not everyone can make people laugh. Being a comedian, minsan may mga corny jokes. They're trying to make it so hard to make other people laugh that sometimes it's irritating. But there are like natural ways to make other people laugh without knowing that. Okay, I'm just doing this for fun for myself, but other people are, being entertained by it.
That's natural. That's beautiful. Mm.
Yeah, and we are going to look forward to that unusual talent in your next guesting here in Team with Paris.
But that's what I told you to. Like I would. It's easier for me to do it when you least expect it. So maybe next time at the beginning, I would just start singing. Who knows?
Yeah, moving forward to our, um, we still have few left questions in the competition of full of beautiful women. Never knowing that one co-delegate hit on you and found out that she has a thing for you and she's a lesbian. How would you react to it? Would you feel awkward, uncomfortable?
I think I would feel the same. I would appreciate that someone maybe is appreciating my personality or my looks more than others do. I would be appreciative of that. But we also have to say that love or even attraction has no border. So it's not really just about like the sexual orientation, what's like in between their legs. That doesn't say a thing about the person. It's about their personality, their core values. That is what is important. And technically, if those things align, like with two people,
Yeah.
love is love.
Wow, I love it. Love wins. We at LGBT, are going to support you all the way. Love is love. You heard that, guys.
Love is
Thank you
love.
so much, Denise Nicolle. And of course, um, like what I've said earlier, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is the worst thing about humanity?
The worst thing about humanity is that we're not being kind and considerate.
And consider.
Considerate. Kasi if we're only considerate or if we're considerate enough to acknowledge that we don't know the whole thing about anyone, that there might be hiding their baggages, that they are doing it perfectly, that you can't even notice, you tend to be unkind, like more unkind. But if you're going to acknowledge that, you will be kind. And if everyone's just kinder to one another, we will live in a happier place, if that makes sense to you.
Yes.
So I think that's like one of the worst thing about humanity right now is that we're being self-centered. So I hope everyone will be like kinder to themselves. Of course, that's very important, but
Important.
also kinder to others too.
Yes, that's right. And do you think we are being punished with all these events that's happening to the world, and why?
Punish, like the word punish is a very harsh word, if I could say.
Mm,
I think if we are going to see it in a lighter way, that we are being challenged, our ways of adapting is being challenged, it would be easier for us. Again, if you see everything negatively, it's difficult to rise above that. Whereas if you see it as an opportunity of growth, opportunity to really know a different side of you, you will be able to handle it lightly or maybe in a lighter way. So I don't think it's punishing us, but maybe it's also instilling the core values that we have forgotten, like the importance of quality time. Because technically, this is what I've realized too. Before, if
yes,
we're going out, yes, we're outside, or with our friends, but constantly we're on the phone, not giving them our undivided attention. And now that, for example, when the lockdown is over, we're going to embrace that and really give undivided time because maybe we have really taken that for granted. So I think so.
yeah. Thank you so much. And for example, this is the apocalypse now, and
Ooh.
yeah, Walking Dead, zombies, whatever. But it's just the two of us in this world, me and you. How do you think we can survive?
Where will we be? Are we
I don't
going to
know.
be in Paris or in Hamburg?
Uh, do you want to be here in Paris? Okay.
Okay.
Let's say that we're in Paris and it's only the two of us.
So first of all, we should be able to we should learn how to communicate to each other properly. I think
There's no
that
internet. We don't have live stream. We don't have phones. So how are we going to communicate?
oh, I thought we're together, like at
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Get it.
So if we're at the same place, first of all, we have to like talk to each other to get understanding because we will only be able to do like how do you say that? Like teamwork would only function if there's a good communication, and technically that's like vital for our survival at this time. Um, I would tell because you're more familiar with the place. I would ask you what you know about it, but I would also tell you like we should go to a big library, like the biggest library ever, or like a library nearby, so we can get books if there's no internet anymore, because
Yeah.
we would need so much knowledge how to like
Do this.
build things exactly. Maybe like grow some food. I don't know if you have like a green thumb, and we'll get this knowledge from books. And yes, I will build weapons with you, and we'll be quiet. We don't want to attract the zombies.
Yeah.
And yes, we will have to go look for food. Like we always have stocks of food. And I eat a lot, so please help me with finding food.
Of course, definitely. I love eating.
Oh,
So that is a nice idea. That's a good strategy. So right now I'm gonna look for the nearest and biggest library available. I've never been to
grocery.
one of the biggest. I've been to like the children's library, but with the things that you're looking for, I don't know where to find it. So from now on, I'm going to start looking for it. Well, thank you so much for answering it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I've recently also watched like videos how to survive an apocalypse. So shelter, food, and water.
Would you like to live underground?
Better than height, like better than
Better than heights, yeah. Yeah, I
rooftop.
understand.
So underground would be nice.
We'll
up-
prepare for it. Yeah, let's just imagine and we'll prepare for it. And lastly, Nico, I have this question.
Okay.
Like a tricky one, but then a fun one. If
Mhm.
being chismosa is a talent, how would you showcase it?
If being chismosa is a talent.
Yeah.
Okay. With this, I'm not saying that I'm chismosa, but because I've also had like psychology classes before, I know that people love chismis for the fact, or people love telling chismis because it gives them like a kind of superiority because they know something that they could share and the others don't know about it. So, but if I were a good chismosa and I don't have the tea, I would only maybe ask or like say statements that are very leading, and I would play dumb, if I could say so that they would tell me more. I mean, this is a talent. And of course, you always have to be smart.
Yeah.
You have to be smart. So don't talk about what you think, your insights about it. So no harm would happen to you. That would be a good chismosa.
There are professional chismosas, as they say. I heard that somewhere there in Facebook. I've read some posts and there are, I know some people like they're hiding this professional chismosa. They say it's the social chismosa. Yeah. Well, it's fun. Your question, the answer and the question is fun. It's just to make things lighter.
Mhm.
And we're actually done. Thank you. Thank you. Done with the second part. This is the third part that I just want for us to play and just have fun. But before that, yeah, let's read some comments below because we have some people who's watching us. We have Isa Cruz, Miss Ice Cruz, mega mega love, shout out to you. Giselle Banyares, of course, is here. Melanie Milyamina, thank you so much. We have 21 million people still watching us. And TFC, well said, Miss Germany. I hope you guys are really enjoying this show. We love you, Alex. We love you too. From Team Wait Paris with love. Mwah. If being chismosa is a talent, uh, it uh, it will make it we'll make it a business. We'll make it a business. That's a bright idea. We'll make it a business. We have to earn money. You can earn money being chismosa. I'm gonna do that too. Great job, Alex and Denise Nicolle.
Thank you very much.
Do you have something to say, Nicole, before we play our game?
So mega shout out to the 23,000 people that are watching us right now. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're enjoying this.
Yes, we are. And are you ready, guys, for our game? Because I prepared this game for Nicole. This is what you call I Never Have Ever. To those who don't know what's the game, sasagutin nyo lang yan. Meron kayong tanong kung nagawa na ba niya o hindi. Ay sabihin lang niya if I have or I never have. So, random questions lang just to know better Denise Nicolle. Are you ready?
Yes, excited. This is a fun game.
Yeah, it is a fun game. So, Nicole, never I have ever kissed, dated, slept with someone and kept it secret.
Dated.
Dated, kept it secret. Kissed someone.
Never.
Never have I ever done something so bad in public that I still cringe when I think about it.
I have.
You have. Everyone have. Never have ever urinated in a swimming pool.
When I was a child, yes, I have. No details.
No more details. And never have ever quietly farted at work and then left the room.
Again, please.
Sumutot ka daw tapos lumabas ka na. Ganon. Never. Okay. Never. Never I ever sent a naughty photo to someone. Nag-iisip pa siya. Still thinking.
I have, but it's still discreet. It's just sexy.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna ask for details. Never have I ever gone on a date just to make someone jealous.
I have.
You have? I think every girl naman ganyan yung ginagawa. You date someone just to make other people jealous. Ito
But-
pa.
Okay.
Never have I ever doubted my heterosexuality.
I have.
You have. I think naman everyone then is doubting it. Sige na nga, wag everyone.
Many of us have. And technically,
May mga ganun.
to explore, and it's about learning about yourself anyway. So
Exactly. Nasa psychology yan. Nag-aral ka ng little bit of psychology class. And never I ever stalked an ex-boyfriend on social media. Stalk. Social.
many times.
I have, guys. So you heard it. Never I ever had an open relationship.
Never.
And lastly, never have I ever lied in this interview.
I haven't.
I'm sorry?
I haven't.
You haven't.
I did not lie.
All right. Yes. And there you go. We really have fun. That's all of those questions. I just prepared 10. Baka kasi humaba pa tayo ng sobra-sobra. But I had fun. I hope you have fun.
I really had fun. I was hesitant to lie, like for example with a picture, pero I was like, hey, we're playing this, we have to be truthful, right? So
Yeah.
I hope you
It's
had
just
fun.
short questions lang naman yan. Diba? Taka, mas maganda yung parang hindi mo siya alam talaga. So, super random. So again, Denise, Nicole, thank you so much for your time. It's such an honor to have you in this live stream. So thank you, to the Queen's Camp, Mel, Nestor, and the people behind it. We wish you good luck. And please take this opportunity to invite everyone here in your upcoming competition in Poland.
So, hi everyone. I am Denisse Nicolle, and I will be your Miss Supranational Germany for the next edition. You can follow me on Instagram at Denisse Nicolle. There, I will share you all my experiences and all the things that's happening in this journey. And please, if you have time, follow the other candidates as well at Miss Supranational. And also, if you have time, if you can also go to Poland and really watch the competition with us. So I will be very much appreciative of everything. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for all your love and support.
There you go. And lastly, Nico, ito na lang. Bago ko pala makalimutan. Who is Miss Supra National 2021?
I am her. Hi. The next Miss Supranational is Miss Germany, Denisse Nicolle. Let's claim it.
We are looking forward to having you back here in our show. So we're going to support you all through the way. I would just like to thank again everyone here. Floriange De Paz, Juan Yambao, Mel Michael Montajes, Isa Cruz, of course my wife is here, Mrs. Wade, TFC. And please don't forget to follow them and their social media account. We have the Queen's Camp. What else? Miss Supranational.
Exactly.
We have that on Facebook. The Queen's Camp has their YouTube channel.
Also,
Yes. And Denise has her Instagram. Do you have a Facebook page?
I'm not very active on Facebook, unfortunately.
Okay. You can follow her in Instagram and at Denisse.Nicolle double S double L.
Yes.
There's name. So again, if you're not, yeah, go ahead.
I would also just like to thank you, as a Mr. Wade and Mrs. Wade, for having me here. So Team Wade Paris, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. I had so much fun, especially at the end. That was really fun. I never would have expected to do anything like that, like live.
Yeah,
So it was
yeah.
really fun. It was really great. So really, like, honestly, thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure. Our pleasure as well. It's really nice to meet you and to speak with you and to have this interview. We're looking forward again and again to our next interview in the future. So, guys, if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please like and share and subscribe to Team Wade Paris and, of course, in our Facebook page, Team Wade Paris. This is your host, Mr. Wade, saying ciao.